You are?
My name is Kate. Lovely to meet you. And what was your rank?
Sergeant, E5.
My name is Kelly Doherty. I was a sergeant in the Colorado Army National Guard.
John Jones, Staff Sergeant, United States Marine Corps, retired.
My name is Dawn Halfacre. I was a captain in the United States Army.
My name is Derek McGee. I was a sergeant in the Marine Corps.
My name is Jamel Daniels. I served in the United States Marine Corps, and my rank was corporal.
My name is Dan Lasco. Served in the United States Marine Corps as a corporal.
I joined the Marine Corps in '99 after I got out of college.
I was in the Army for about 4 years. I deployed to Iraq in 2004.
I've been in the service for 12 years. I retired recently due to my injuries in Iraq.
Well, I deployed during the first year of the war as a military police sergeant.
I was actually swearing in on September 11th, 2001, the morning of, and then 3 years later, I found myself serving in Afghanistan.
I was driving a Humvee and smoking a cigarette at the same time. And then the explosion went off, and it was to my front left of the vehicle. And I saw it. I didn't hear it.
I was actually in the first vehicle in the convoy, and we came around the corner, and just out of nowhere, a rocket-propelled grenade went through the front of my Humvee and just tore down the side and then tore off my arm and exploded right next to my head when it hit the back.
And it was 4 miles away from our base, our FOB, and we got hit with an IED.
I was on a convoy. I got hit by a double-stack anti-tank mine.
I was in a 7-ton vehicle. The vehicle ran over 2 IEDs, improvised exploding devices, which resulted to losing my leg below the knee.
As soon as I saw the flash, the next thing that I saw was smoke and fire coming through the door. And it had taken both my legs off and my left hand off instantly.
I didn't really know what was going on. I couldn't really see because the flash is so blinding. The sound is deafening.
I keyed the radio, and then all of a sudden I saw a flash.
I looked down. I seen really a lot of blood.
I didn't know that I had gotten hurt yet. I was just like, oh, wow, we got hit. So my first reaction was to ask if everybody else was all right in the truck.
I didn't know what happened. I knew we got hit, but I didn't dawn on me. I was telling my guys to stay in the truck. That's just the first instance that came to mind was we hit a mine, stay in the truck, which they didn't mind me. They ran out. My corpsman came to me, and he started to do his first aid. He gave me some good medicine, and he did a fasciotomy right there on the battlefield, which is fasciotomy is they take a razor blade and they cut from here down to your boot.
My legs were basically twisted in a fishtail. As they pulled me, it was fishtailing along the way.
When I really came to, the pain just started shooting through my body. It just felt like somebody was just hacking away at my right shoulder with an axe. I mean, it was really painful. And I just remember then I started kind of getting a little panicked, because I like I said, I was having trouble breathing, a lot of pain, and then I started to think like, oh my God, what if they're cutting off my arm? And then I started yelling at the medic not to cut off my arm,
and I was just thinking to myself, oh my God, this is the end. I don't want to go like this. So I was just praying to God, oh my God, not now. Why now? Why me?
So it was just kind of an out-of-body experience trying to wrap my head around what was happening. And then I remember kind of snapping back into it.
They tried to force my head back down to the pavement, but I saw anyway. And then I thought to myself, I was just like, whoa. Then I looked at my buddy and I said, do you think I'll get laid again? And he started laughing. And he said it kind of put him back into the moment, back into, letting him know that it was me still in there. It wasn't just like a lifeless body. It was.
And it took him, not very long at all to get me back. Once I was there, I had a bunch of my friends that were coming to the frisk. I went in and I was doing thumbs up and I was like, hey, I'm okay. I'm fine. And then I don't remember, but I guess I was cursing at everybody and anybody, saying, you need to get these guys who did this and everything, because for me, I took care of my guys, and that was the biggest thing. And I felt kind of robbed whenever I got hurt because I wasn't able to do what my job was to make sure my guys were fine and safe. I was like Dad. I was Grandpa. That's what they called me. I was the oldest guy in my platoon, and that's what they just called me, which I still beat them on all my PT stuff. But
when I did wake up, I was actually at National Naval Medical Center, which is also Bethesda.
And then the next thing I knew, I woke up in Washington, D.C. at Walter Reed Army Medical Center.
And then I woke up 7 days later at Walter Reed in Washington, D.C. And I woke up, my mom was there, and I was just like, what are you doing here? Because I thought I was still in Baghdad.
What's my dad doing here? Where am I? You know, I thought I was still in Iraq. Like, why was my dad in Iraq?
And what was it like when you got back home to the States?
When I came back, I felt myself slipping into a hole where I started drinking. I was addicted to my pain medication. And if it was happening to me, I knew it was happening to a lot of other guys coming back.
you have to fight depression. You have to fight, everything else.
It's good for me to come here and hear these stories from these other people because it reminds me of just how lucky I am because I do, in fact, have all my limbs.
And the first person I thought about was my son and my wife. At that time, they were my motivation.
Family support and everything is very important. So, and if it wasn't for my wife, after marrying her in the hospital with no family and everything, that's your strength. That's your rock.
My mother was like my rock. She was there. She was, just anything I needed. I mean, she was really the one that really got me through everything.
I am married. She was there every step of the way with me. She was there from when I joined to when I was injured, and she's been there every single day.
So what did your family think when you came home the first time and then you volunteered to go again? I guess they were...
Yeah, oh boy, my mom would love to answer that one. My mom basically was like, how could you do this to me again? And in fact, I don't think I told them I volunteered. I don't think they found that out until later.
I have people in my unit who are over there now, and it's hard for me to believe that I was there during the first year, and this is into the 6th year, and Afghanistan we're into the 7th year, and it's very weird because it seems that I was in a different war, or I was there so long ago.
They knew Dad was at war. They knew that that's where I was. They knew I was taking care of the bad people to help the good people in Iraq. Well, now they call me Dad with robot legs. They accept it much better than adults do. The adults, the kids in the grocery store or whatever, whenever I've got my kids with me, they're like, Mom, look at his legs. And then the parents are like, shh, don't say that. That's so rude, And I'm like, it's fine. They need to know. And then they'll come up to you. What happened to you?
Well, Wally here, he's a black lab, and what he does is he's a service dog. He provides physical service for me. When I didn't have him, it was awkward for me to wear shorts and go out and have everybody stare at you. I'm sure a lot of these other guys have that problem. But when you have a service dog and you have a great dog like Wally, he's that icebreaker where little kids see him, they say, oh, look at this dog, and it distracts the attention from me to Wally here. I am a triathlete. I'm on an injured Marine team called Team Semper Fi. We go out and compete in triathlons and marathons to raise money, raise awareness, and have a positive physical outlook on life. When we found out they were starting this team, I was like, I have to get on this and inspire others to, get yourself out of the hole and start getting yourself physical again and start traveling the country and meet the great heroes of our country.